Hey gamers, Maniac here with GameAccess.net. This will probably be the final video that I do for the week of the PlayStation 4 that I'm doing on this site. Why is this the last video? Well, today my PS4 just broke. I've had the unit since I unboxed it, and I think it's been about a week. And today my PS4 broke on me. Irrevocably broke on me, actually. I did a little research, and it turns out that the issue that I'm having is not uncommon by any means. There is still no definite reasons as to why it's happening to some of these units. However, there are a lot of theories, and I think I have my own. Sony is currently investigating them, but my PS4 happened to be a casualty of that issue. And I'd like to make people clear on this issue so that they know what to do in case they have a similar problem. This is, again, not uncommon for me. This is new hardware. This kind of stuff happens in new hardware. I was an early adopter of the Xbox 360, and I had 2 red rings. So I'm not really that mad at Sony for this happening. Needless to say, it's an inconvenience, but for an inconvenience, it's at least as most inconvenient as an inconvenience as it could possibly be, and I'll tell you why as I go into this. I've been playing Infamous Second Son like crazy on the PlayStation 4 ever since I got the PS4. And a couple of nights ago, maybe 1 or 2 nights ago, I was actually able to beat the game on beat the game with a good karma and complete a paper trail, actually. I was able to actually beat paper trail. In fact, future I might actually do a write-up or a video on that game. Because I have a lot I want to say about the game and the paper trail, but that'll be for another time. I picked up Knack yesterday because it was on sale at Best Buy, and I decided to play it. I'd already downloaded a few games for the system myself: Flower, Flow, Playroom, Sound Shape. So the games that I've already previously either purchased on the PS3 or games that are available on the PS4 when you get it. So I did have a few games on the system already that I had been playing. Had no problems with any of them for the most part. Not a one. No bugs, no crashing, nothing. Just nothing. And today I loaded up a Knack, and right as I finished a level and the cutscene started doing a background load, the game crashed. And I got a blue screen message saying that the game had corrupted, and that my only option was to eject the disk and to delete all the game content and try to reinstall it. A little curious, but I chalked it up as a Knack bug. I thought maybe this might have been a problem with the load. I was loading a level. It might have been a problem with the game itself. I deleted all of the game content and reinstalled it, and it wouldn't boot. The game would not boot back up. I got an error message, another blue screen. So I deleted all the game content, all the saves that I had for the game, and I tried reinstalling the game again and repatching it, and it booted. I was able to get the game to boot. I had to delete all of my saves and all my cloud saves, but I was able to get the game running again, and I decided, you know what, maybe this is a problem with Knack. Let's just, put Knack away for right now. If I have problems with Knack later, let me play some Second Son. I still wanted to, after beating the game on good karma, I wanted to beat it on bad karma. So I loaded up Infamous Second Son, and by the way, like I said, I played marathon sessions of this game. In fact, there are Twitch streams. I recorded Twitch streams of the game. Marathon sessions. I was playing this game for several hours, in time, marathon. And for the first time ever, as the game was restarted, during the initial opening of the game as I'm spraying graffiti, the game crashed. The exact same error message that I got in Knack. And I knew that if I was having a problem with Second Son, which I had no problems with previously, then something was probably very wrong with my PlayStation. Again, same issues as I was having with Knack. The second I got that message, the only option was to eject the disk and to quit the game. Upon subsequently trying to reboot the game would not reboot. However, I was not willing, unlike I was with Knack, because I already had 100% completion on Second Son, I was not willing to delete my save files. And I decided my best course of option was to call Sony. There is a number, if you are having a problem with the PlayStation 4, the manual of the PlayStation 4 does include an emergency helpline number. It's a 1-800 number that you can call in order to report problems that you're having. They have a different person for each thing, PS3, Vita, PS4 experts, that sort of thing. So you can call whoever you need to and tell them what the problem was. I explained the problem to the technician. They walked me through a procedure to determine what was wrong with the system. And basically, I ended up having to wipe my PlayStation 4 completely. And in fact, actually, my PS4 was malfunctioning so bad, the first time I tried to wipe it actually failed. I had to unplug it and try wiping it again. Which just goes to show you what, if the system was failing to reinitialize after the problems that I was having, then there must have been something very wrong with it. Finally, I was able to wipe it. I did back up my stuff to the cloud, just to be on the safe side. And the technician wanted me to play something again to see if I was having any more problems with the system with no data, most recent firmware already installed, and no online access. And probably within about a minute of hitting actual gameplay with Second Son on a clean load, no patch, I got the exact same error message that I had been getting with my game since this morning, which was, your game has corrupted, and the only option is to eject the disk and reinstall the game. If you get an error message like this on your PlayStation 4, call Sony immediately. Thankfully, Sony does offer a 1-year warranty out of the box on these things from the date of purchase. So if you have a PlayStation 4 and you're having a problem with it, obviously call Sony immediately. You're within good warranty. They will probably try to troubleshoot your issues. I had to do a few things like reinitialize the system, boot it into safe mode, that sort of thing. Those are all options that you can do on the PS4. Once I had that all taken care of and the system was reinitialized, I was still having the problem. And the technician realized that I needed to have my unit repaired. I did a little research after Sony promised to fix the unit under warranty. What they're going to do is they're going to ship me some type of shipping container or something like that that the PlayStation 4 can go into, and then I can just mail that out free of charge. That's fine. My friend Twitch, who you know from previous videos, his PS4 died on him almost immediately upon buying it. And he had to do a similar process to replace his unit to get it repaired. But he's gotten his back and he hasn't had any problems since, so I'm taking that as a good thing. I did a little research after talking to the PlayStation technicians, and apparently that the problems that I'm having with the system are not, these weren't just my problems. A lot of people are having these problems or getting these error messages on the system. There are a few theories out there as to what's causing them. Some people are thinking it might be buggy firmware. To me, personally, being a PC technician, it seems to me it's possible that this is being caused by faulty hard drives, or that this could be a problem that could be caused by faulty hard drives or hard drive failure. However, given the fact of how systemic it is, it's possible I'm wrong. It could certainly be a bug in the firmware. Needless to say, though, like I said, I've been playing PS4 for a week straight with no issues whatsoever. And then all of a sudden issues just started. So the fact that the system was still running, I could still boot to the PlayStation 4 operating system. I could still scroll around in the PlayStation 4 operating system. It was only crashing in games, although I was told that people would eventually, that issue would get bad enough that, at least on some other people, the corruption would impact the PlayStation operating system. And like I said, I was still having problems doing the basic PlayStation functions, like wiping the system, that sort of thing. The software was that unstable by that point. Needless to say, though, I was told by the PlayStation, had it just been a simple corruption problem, reinitializing the system would have fixed it. Since it hadn't, I'm definitely seeing a hardware failure of some sort. So, I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. I'm grateful for Sony that they're willing to fix it free of charge. And that may sound like, well, they should be fixing it free of charge. Not so. I remember before Microsoft didn't acknowledge the Red Ring of Death problems, they were going to force me to pay $120 after I had my Xbox 360 for just simply 4 months. They wanted to charge me $120 to fix the system, even though it broke for no fault of mine. I was able to later negotiate them down to about $35, and I sent them an Xbox 360, and they sent me back another broken one, basically, and I had to once again send them out that one and get another one back. So trust me, customer service may not be great in every single thing. At least for Sony, they hire nice people. Their policies do seem pretty fair. I do think that a year is still a little short. I think they should have at least 2 years. I mean, Sony does typically do 2 years for television and things like that. I'm a little surprised that they're only offering it just a year for PlayStation 4. They do offer extended warranties, but you have to pay for them. They're like $50, which is, I think, pretty expensive for a manufacturer warranty. I could return a thing to the store, but like I said, Sony was willing to pay. Was willing to fix it, and I'd rather deal with Sony right now than the store. Who knows if the store has any copies left? That sort of thing. So I guess I won't be playing Second Son for at least a week or so. A little disappointed about that. I really wanted to play it a second time. But I guess that's just how it is. Just be aware, if you guys do have PS4s, that this is a systemic problem. There's really not much that we can do about it, at least not as far as I can tell. There's no basic fix. The only thing Sony says is just initialize the system. If that doesn't work, then it has to be sent in for repairs. If it is a problem with the hard drive, I know that you can replace the PS4 hard drive with a similar hard drive, no problem. If anybody has tried that, please post a comment. I replaced the hard drive and my corruption problems went away. But I haven't seen any cases where that actually has fixed the problem. But this issue is pretty new, so who knows. So there's a word of warning to you guys. If you are an early adopter and you're having a PlayStation 4 problem, call Sony. They'll set you straight. They did a pretty good job setting me straight. Here's to my PlayStation 4. Hopefully it'll get fixed with expediency. Until next time, guys, this is Maniac with GameAccess.net. This marks the end of the week of the PlayStation 4. Take care. Over and out.